If someone asks you if you like your country or not, how would you answer to it? What do you think is the major problem that has nowadays? Are you interested in where your country is heading to? Do you think there will be a bright future in or you doubt it? Hello everyone, how you guys going? 皆さんご機嫌いかがでしょうか？今日も可能性無限大 This is タロサックということで、今日の動画ではあなたの国の未来は明るいですかというテーマでやっていきたいと思います。今に始まったわけじゃないんだけども、少子高齢化がどうとかも円安がどうとかさ、日本の未来は大丈夫なんですか？いや大丈夫じゃないよねみたいな、子供の頃からもずっとそんな感じ。日本の未来は大丈夫ですってこう万歳三唱してた日なんかあったのかよっていう感じですけども、今日はそんな昨今の日本の外、これ海外の人たちはですね、自分の国の未来に対してこうどういう風に考えているのか、そこを聞いていきたいと思うんですよ。自分の国が好きとか、どんなところが嫌いなのかとか、それこそ自分の国の未来をこう楽観的に見てるのか悲観的に見てるのかとかね。特にこう日本の10代とか20代前半のこう若い人とかってそんなにこう自分の国の未来とか政治とかに興味関心強くないんじゃないかなって思うわけですよ。もちろん人によるとは思いますけども、片や海外の若者はそこら辺どうなのかとか、こんなところについてですね、今日はここオーストラリアのシドニーでインタビューしていきたいと思います。僕のチャンネルでは様々なトピックに関する外国人のインタビュー動画ですとか、英語学習に関するコンテンツを毎週配信してます。見るだけで頭の中がグローバル化すること間違いなし。面白いと思ってもらえた方はチャンネル登録よろしくお願いします。ということで今日も早速行きましょう。Thank you very much for your help. What country are you from?
I'm from Belgium.
Belgium.
Yeah.
I've been there before. And what country are you from?
Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Yeah.
All the Dutch people are so tall, you know?
What can I say? What can I say?
Yeah,
I am
like,
tall. Yeah.
are you tall in Netherlands or are you like?
My friends are a bit my height. I think I'm medium.
How tall are you?
194.
194.
It's a giraffe, huh?
Yeah, it's quite tall. Yeah, I used to stay when I was a bit younger. I used to stay in a hostels, and I'm seeing heaps of Dutch people. They are tall, man. Everyone.
It's true. It's genetics.
Yeah, genetics. If someone asks you if you like your country or not, how would you answer to it?
One interesting fact people might not know about Belgium is that there are two languages,
French and
Dutch.
Oh, okay.
But
People
we call it Flemish. It's a bit different. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
But it really divides the country.
But do
in
people
half.
understand each other?
Sometimes it's complicated.
What?
But in school normally, yeah, you learn Dutch
Okay.
and French. It's obligated, yeah.
Okay.
So
it's super interesting because Japan, we speak Japanese, and we can't imagine the situation where like Japanese people don't really understand each other because you speak Japanese A and you speak Japanese B. That's
Yeah.
Do you like your country though?
yeah, I like my country, but it is complicated for that reason.
Do you like your country?
I do. I think it's a very beautiful country.
Yeah.
With the canals, and people are very outgoing. They're very direct. Yeah, they're honest. And they're good looking.
I like your comments, yeah?
Yeah, you saw this country a bit better there.
Okay, I love it. If someone forces you to choose one negative thing about your country, what would it be, you think?
When I compare Belgians to Dutch people, I see Dutch people travel a lot more.
Oh, I
And
see.
so maybe they're more open-minded to discovering new things. I mean,
okay.
not that Belgian people never travel, but
But if you compare it,
yeah, if I compare,
Yeah.
even to other nationalities.
Yeah, but I like your chocolate more though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Chocolate or fries or waffles. Come on.
Yeah.
The
It's always
food, yeah,
better.
the food's great. The food's great.
Yeah, sweets are great. Sweets are
Yeah.
great. Okay, what do you dislike about your country then?
The weather.
The weather.
The weather. It always rains. It's
Yeah?
always a lot of wind. It's terrible weather.
Okay, could be like a bit of like a British weather, yeah?
Yeah, it's very similar. It's very similar. So, but then more wind.
But
Bit more
same in Belgium, huh?
Same in
Yeah,
Belgium
it's
too.
terrible. It's terrible.
Oh, I see. So I was lucky, yeah, because it was sunny. When I was there.
Oh, it doesn't happen often.
No.
Okay, I was pretty lucky. How old are you?
21.
21?
22.
22. Are you interested in like news and politics, where your country is heading to?
Yeah, I think it's super important to
some
have an
point.
opinion,
Yeah.
to form your own opinion,
Okay.
but also to see where your country is heading.
Yeah. For example, in Japan, I think the aging population has been the problem for over a decade, and now we are at the situation where like it's not about problem anymore, it's just real that we have. What do you think is the biggest problem that you have in your country nowadays?
Mismanagement of immigration.
If that happens, what's a negative thing about it?
Well, a lot of people don't have good housing. They come into our country crying for help, and they're not served with help. So I
Yeah.
think that's one of the biggest issues.
Oh, I see.
That's a general issue, I'd say, in a lot of European countries. Huh?
Yeah, I've heard that. I've seen that on the news. Like, do you see the people, like a lot of people who don't have jobs and stuff from overseas in your country?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's good to have diversity as well. But
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's
for sure.
if it's not managed correctly, I think then it can become a problem.
Okay. It's good to see people in your generation are interested in the politics and your country. Lastly, I want to ask you: do you think there will be a bright future in your country, or you doubt it?
I think if people spend a bit less time on TikTok and Instagram, then I think they definitely have a bright future.
No,
Yeah.
but Netherlands is going to disappear anyways, huh? Because of the water rising. So.
There's a big
rivalry.
oh, this is a rival,
yeah,
yeah.
there's a bit of a rivalry between Belgium.
Oh, okay, interesting, controversial, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in Belgium, because of the Flemish and French side, there's a big rivalry between two. At some point, they wanted their independence, both sides.
Oh wow.
So if they work together, I think the country can get better. But Belgium didn't have a government for years, huh?
to settle down the
Yeah,
problem.
no, yeah. They couldn't agree on nothing. So I think if that starts working, then Belgium can prosper again.
Really interesting. Very different from our problems in Japan. Thank you very much.
Of course.
What country are you from?
Italy.
Italy.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the first time I'm standing on this side because I usually stand on that side, but apparently this is her better side. She looks good in the both way anyway, but I'm gentle enough to stand this side. What have you been up to today?
Well, actually, just to the beach, and it's nice weather.
That's
a little
true.
bit cold, but I prefer cold.
Yeah. I think Italy has nice beaches too. Where about Italy are you from?
I'm from Rome.
Okay.
But the best beaches are in Sardinia or
Okay.
South Italy.
But you have a
Yeah.
good architectures and stuff like that in Rome,
Yeah,
right?
Rome is so ancient. I love the city. Yeah.
Okay, love the city you said. And I was gonna ask you, first of all, do you like your country?
I do love Italy, but I feel like for young people, it's not a nice place to live in.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like the government
Oh.
and the pay actually.
Job.
Yeah, the job is so bad. We got paid I worked as a barista,
Okay.
so in a place I was making coffees.
In a capital city,
Yeah, in the capital city, and I was paid €6 per hour,
which is
which is $12, $10.
okay, similar to Tokyo maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
But it's
yeah.
but everything's expensive.
Yeah, everything the life. Actually, they told me that here in Australia, everyone I was talking to in Italy, they were like, "Oh, Australia is so expensive and everything," but I haven't found that much of a difference.
Oh really?
Yeah, with the prices, even when you go out, junk food, they have a lot of access to junk food.
Yeah.
More than we have in Italy, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the life must be pretty tough in Italy if you say the price is same as Australia, but the payment
yeah,
is
maybe a
quite.
little bit of difference.
Yeah, a
but,
little bit,
just
yeah.
a little bit.
But you like Italy. What do you like about Italy the most then?
I feel like it's just the vibe, because it's just a beautiful country and it's so romantic. I do miss sunsets in Rome.
Okay.
So yeah, it's so beautiful
Okay.
for that. But we have everything. We have the mountains, we have the sea, we have the countryside, we have pretty much everything. The food,
Yeah.
I love it. The culture, we have so much culture. We're so rich as a country.
Yeah, that's so true.
But
You have a deep
yeah. But at the same time, it's just bad living there because of also maybe a little bit the people. Sometimes they can be a little bit ignorant.
culture. Ignorant.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot of ignorance in Italy. So because of that, but actually they're so passionate also.
Yeah.
Italians are so passionate. So I love that about my country.
That's so true.
We are so
You know, 2002 World Cup was held in Japan, and a FIFA World Cup was
Yeah,
held in
okay.
Japan. And when Italian team came, there was a Francesco Totti's and
Oh,
all the superstars.
Yeah.
And then our image about Italian people, good looking, Italian men are handsome.
Yeah, they are handsome.
You obviously miss them too.
Yeah, I do miss them a little bit. But yeah, sometimes they can get really touchy. I don't like the way they,
that's so
yeah,
true.
they approach you. Even in the disco, when you're on a night out or something, they be coming really close to you and touch you a little bit. So it's, yeah.
Too passionate,
They don't-
eh?
Yeah, too passionate sometimes, yeah.
Social distance, mate. Social
Yeah.
distance. You gotta keep.
Yeah.
Okay, well, even before I ask if you have to choose one negative thing about Italy, you already answered. You're super good at
Yeah.
talking. And now I'm gonna ask you, do you watch news?
Yeah, I got to watch them mainly because my mom
Oh.
always puts them on, so I'm like,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I'm listening to them.
Okay, I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but for example, in Japan, we have a problem such as like aging population, not many young people, but a lot of like older
Yeah,
people.
that's the same, yeah.
Oh, that's the same in Italy. And also nowadays, like yen's going down so much, everything's so cheap compared to Australia. But like
Yeah.
the value of the currency is going down. They could be like some of the problems that we have now. What do you think is the major problem that Italy has nowadays?
The young people, like me, or like young people in general, they're running away from Italy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's the reason?
Yeah, the reason is mainly because they can't find a real job. Like even if they go into university, it's gonna be tough for them. Cause like I didn't want. Yeah, cause like you have to do like sort of a stage before get the real job to pay like before they pay you like the real money.
Okay,
for
like
that.
apprenticeship, like
Yeah.
learner.
Yeah, like learner. And some people get to like years and years of learner. Like they like did university and everything. They just like need to learn, and for that like that's why they're running away. Because like in other countries, if you have a university degree, it's like they just
Yeah,
take
they
you
get the
and
job,
yeah,
yeah.
you get a job really easily.
That's so sad. Even you go to university and after university you don't have an opportunity to work.
Yeah.
That's why there are many Italian people, I guess, in Australia too. So do you think many people wants to kind of like settle down in this
Yeah.
country too?
Yeah. Because here is really, I found is really good. Like the life,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's better mainly because of the paycheck. I
Paycheck,
think
yeah.
mainly because of that. Because Italy is beautiful. I already said it, but like, yeah,
Can be tough
But it
to
can
live.
be tough. Yeah.
So maybe good to visit, but not to live.
Yeah, that's what I always say actually.
Okay,
like,
okay.
Italy is good if you want to be a tourist. Like for 2 months, 3 months, it's good.
So last question is gonna be like this. I don't know, it's just your perspective, but do you think there will be a bright future in Italy or you doubt it?
Well, if we keep going like that, I don't think so. Like it's getting more of an old place, like an old people.
Oh, okay.
You know, but yeah, surely we can change the things, and but it's gonna be tough if we keep running away from our country. You know.
That's so true. You need a young
But
people inside.
Yeah, I know, but like sometimes it's easier to say that than to do it. So
You might need to go back too.
yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Italy needs definitely some smart people like her who can speak suddenly in front of the camera like
Yeah,
this.
thank you.
Smart. Okay, thank you very much.
you.
Grazie.
Grazie, prego.
What country are you from?
From France.
From France.
And me too.
You too. Are you guys from like Paris? Sorry, I'm a typical.
Yeah, of course. Everyone say it's from Paris, but we're more from the north of Paris. The name is Val d'Oise.
Verdoise.
It's not inside Paris.
Yeah, is
but
that-
we live near Paris. Yes.
Okay, so it's not really a countryside, but it's not in the middle of.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Too costly to live in the middle.
All right.
So,
This is a random question, but how would you answer to this question if someone asks you if you like your country or not?
yes, I think I do like my country. Yes, of course.
Okay. Do you like your country? Yeah. So why not?
I prefer Australia.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, like you can say so because I like Japan, but maybe for living wise, I prefer to live in Australia. So what do you like about it the most then?
I won't say the people.
People.
No, I won't say that.
Yeah, because I've heard the French people are a little bit cold inside.
Yeah,
Is that
outside
true?
Sometimes too, yeah. Because we speak a lot of truth and we are not trying to make friends with everyone. So
Oh, okay.
sometimes
Okay.
it's not good to talk with a lot of people. I would say the culture.
Culture.
Yeah, because that's mine and yeah, that's mostly that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you were to pick one negative thing about your own country, what would you say?
There's a lot of, racial problem in France. I would say the people don't like each other that much.
Oh, I see.
In Sydney, I never faced any problem like that. There's a lot of tourists and people of color. But I didn't say any hate.
Yeah.
In France, this is very common. Yeah. If we grew up in the same city, the color doesn't matter that much.
Okay.
But for example, I live in the Val d'Oise, the north of Paris.
Yeah.
But some people live only in Paris,
Yeah.
and they might not like people outside of Paris, for example.
Really?
So they're both French. But in Paris, this is like another France. And outside Paris, it's like, how do you say when someone comes from far from the capital?
Like not countryside people, but kind of like an outsider sort of thing.
It's not well seen there.
Do you have anything that you don't like about France?
The clean side, you know, the way that cities are clean.
Yeah.
In France, it's very dirty.
Yeah, I've heard that. You know, people think that Paris is so beautiful, but if you go to Paris,
Oh no, it's not that beautiful.
Actually,
Yeah, there's garbage everywhere. Sometimes people will smoke and drop the cigarettes.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any problem to anyone. You just see it. Yeah, it's not good, but no one will care.
Yeah, okay.
In Sydney, everything is very clean.
yeah,
And
I see.
maybe in Japan also. I went to Japan 9 years ago. It was very clean.
Okay.
So yeah, in France, people don't have a lot of. I won't say education, but what's the word when you're well mannered?
Okay. People are not well mannered. Well, you can say it like that.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta go back to Japan, yeah?
Yep. In 1 month, I think.
Oh, you're
maybe-
going to Japan?
Yes. Right. In two weeks.
In 3 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Thank you. Thank you. See you there.
Yeah. Of course, of course.
You guys are 20s now. In 20s?
26. Yes.
Oh, 26.
Each, yeah.
Are you interested in where your country is heading to?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
Me a lot. Yeah, personally.
For example, yeah, in Japan, I think aging population has been the biggest problems for
We heard
like
that, yeah.
over a decade. Oh, you've heard that?
Yeah. A lot of.
Anyway, that's one of the biggest problems that we have. And what do you think is the biggest problem that France has nowadays?
France is involved in a lot of politics outside France. You maybe heard about Africa. African country that put France out of their country because there's a lot of military French people outside of France in African country because there's oil and gas and a lot of valuable things.
So the French militaries are in African countries,
Mostly, yeah.
but they get you out of the country
course.
nowadays.
For example, the Malian people, they just told the French military to get out of the country, to not get involved anymore. Because there's a lot of money involved, and so most African countries don't like France anymore. I think it's mostly because of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So last question is going to be like this. Do you think there will be a bright future in France, or you doubt it?
I will say yes, because I'm optimistic.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of problem, and I don't know if the politics will find any solution about it.
It's really good to see people in 26 years old are really interested in their own country's politics and the future. Okay. Thank you very much, yeah?
Thank you.
I hope you find a way to settle down in Australia one day.
Of course, yeah.
Thank you. What country are you from?
I'm from South Korea,
South Korea. And what are you doing today in Bondi Beach?
so I'm taking my mom around the
Okay.
beach. She's visiting me here.
Yeah,
So,
she was really good at speaking before we started filming, but she was somehow got very shy and she stays behind the camera. But so you guys are tourists in
Sort of,
Australia?
yeah. I stay here, I study here, but
Oh, that's why you can speak English.
yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, you don't have much like that strong accent. I was like, oh. So when did you come to Australia?
Actually, like a few months ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
So you had a great education in Korea. You must have, yeah.
I lived in Malaysia and Singapore.
Oh, that's why you
before,
spoke,
so,
spoke English there.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. Random question. If someone asks you what you like about your country, well, do you like your country first?
Yeah, obviously, I'm a proud Korean. Like,
Okay.
I love my country. I love the culture.
Okay.
people.
So if someone asks you what you like about your country, how would you answer to it?
I think living abroad, like I really felt from my skin like how things are really fast in Korea.
Things are really fast in
Like-
Korea.
Even the culture, like even the trends, like people, like how you proceed with things, like everything's really fast and
Yeah.
swift. I think that I think that could be both pros and cons.
Okay.
Like it's really good to see like how things change quickly, but at the same time, it's sometimes you feel like you kind of have to do like you have to put a lot of like effort to like kind of
To catch up.
to catch up, right? Yeah.
Oh, I see. I don't know if it's included, but I've heard that the Wi-Fi is super fast in Korea too. Is it true? Including that.
Including that.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
But everything is too fast, and then the people get exhausted sometimes to catch up with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I was gonna ask you if you were to choose one negative thing about Korea, like just your perspective,
Yeah.
what do you think will it be?
I think compared to the places I've lived, Korea is still a really homogenous society in terms of people and culture. Like I think we're getting better. Like we're trying to get like more people around the world.
Like diversitize? I don't know if it's the right term.
Diversity-wise, I think Korea's really nowadays like we're becoming more open to cultures around the world.
Yeah.
You know, people are traveling people are bringing more of these different insights from all around the world, and making society more diverse and more inclusive as well.
Yeah.
But still, I think we're still in the process of doing that.
I reckon Japan is in the same stage,
Yeah.
sort of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to know how old are you, mate?
19.
19.
Yeah.
So I want to know 19 years old man from Korea, how much he's interested in like news and how his country is going. Do you watch news?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of.
News on TikTok maybe sometimes. Yeah. Sort of. Okay, anyway, for example, in Japan, when it comes to a problem of the country, maybe like aging population, yen's going down nowadays, that kind of thing. What do you think is the problem that Korea has nowadays?
In general, I would say it's more about cancel culture. Like if that's the word. Like
Cancel culture?
cancel culture. It's like there's certain types of norms and standards that people have established.
Yeah.
And I think Korea is one of the societies that really I think people there's a wide variety of people with different talents and uniqueness, but speaking from my perspective, people can have this right way of doing things, or even like, you know, just a general way of like life, like in general, like there's right, people often think there's like a right track of doing things, right?
Very similar to Japan again. Like the norm is really strong.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you're not on the right track, you're kind of considered this imposter, or maybe like they call it like you're going all straight, like you're not on the right track, and like why are you doing that? Like people would wouldn't tell you off, but like they might comment, like criticize you for not like following the herd, maybe, you know, the path where the majority kind of, you know, falls in.
Yeah, this is really interesting. You know, geographically, we are very close countries. And if you ask the question to someone in Europe or someone from South America, we might get some completely different ideas. But because we are so close, our problems can be similar, you know. This is interesting, and we have that. And I guess many people are stressed with that, and that's why they go go abroad. Do you think there will be a bright future in Korea? Or you doubt it?
I'd be really careful of saying things because I'm not like living in Korea now. But there are many different problems that we currently face as a country and as a whole society, like including decreasing population size. I think there are some problems that we all have to collectively tackle together. Yeah. But I mean, if we all work towards a brighter future, we can make a brighter future. Like, in my opinion.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
はい、ということでいろいろとですね、興味深いお話があったんではないでしょうか。もちろんこう政治とか自分の国のことに興味関心があるのかっていうこともそうなんですけど、みんなこういきなり質問されてちゃんと理由までつけてこう話せるのがすごいですよね。しかも今日のインタビュー取り終わって気づいたんですけども、今日出てくれた人もみんな英語を第二言語第三言語として話す人たち。韓国人とか、もちろんみんながみんなじゃないと思うんですけど、ある程度こう日本人とやっぱ似たところもあって、結構こう控えめなところ、あると思うんですよ。でも今日出てくれたの19歳の彼なんか見ると、やっぱりこう海外で教育受けたってこう言ってましたけど、やっぱりこうインターナショナルな環境で育つとセルフスピーチが得意になるというか、そういう違いみたいなものはこう生まれてくるのかもしれないですね。もちろんこれも個人差はあるとは思いますけども、ぜひこの動画を見てくれてる皆さんもですね、このトピックに関してご意見あればコメント欄でシェアしていただけたらと思います。ここまでしっかりこの動画を見てくれた皆さんに超スペシャルなお知らせです。こちらの18万人以上の方が登録してくれている僕の公式 LINE では YouTube 登録者数90万人突破を記念して、現在超スペシャルなオリジナル英語教材を2点 プレゼントしております。それがこちら、総ページ数500ページ超え、制作費用も200万円以上ということで、しっかりとしたコストをかけて必要な表現だけをまとめた学習教材となっております。タロサックイングリッシュプレミアム中学英文法完全解説、タロサックイングリッシュプレミアム高校英文法完全解説、こちらの2冊です。ネイティブによる解説付きで、より自然な表現が手に入る新感覚文法書であり、シンプルかつ深く学べる電子書籍です。こちらの教材受け取りたいという方は、この動画の概要欄の一番上に僕の公式 LINE のリンクありますので、そちらをまずは友達追加していただいて、プレミアム教材とこの7文字でメッセージを送ってください。スペースとか他の記号とか他の文字は一切入れずに、この7文字だけでメッセージを送ってください。他にも6つのオリジナル教材をゲットできますので、ぜひ英語知ってるだけでなく使えるようになりたいと強く思ってる方は、僕の公式 LINE ですね、友達追加してください。日本の将来は暗いんじゃないかとかも、そんなことばっか聞くけど、私の国の未来は大丈夫ですなんていう風に言ってる国、なかなか見ないよねって。現状に満足するのもそもそも良くないもんねって。同じ国の中なのに言語が違くて意思疎通ができないとか、190センチなのに平均的な身長ですとか、一体どういうことって、どういうことって、この動画を見ることでもう日本の常識との違いにびっくりして、もっとこういう新しいこと知りたいって心の底からちょっと思っちゃってるあなたがそこにいるのであれば、見るだけで頭の中グローバル化しちゃったんだよ。最後まで見てくれた皆さんありがとうございます。面白いと思ってもらえた方はチャンネル登録忘れずに、高評価も忘れずに、また次の動画でお会いしましょう。